since last time we spoke, they were like they've been like plainclothes disappearing people on the streets.
Yeah.
Well, he just shrugs. Yeah, whatever.
We live in a cool country, man.
Yeah,
It's a good time.
He's just like, yeah.
We keep yapping like this on the internet, we're gonna get plainclothes disappeared. So.
Straight up. Welcome back to the Three Left Turns podcast, episode 6, with a full crew, which means it'll do way better than the episode without the full crew.
No,
Is
we
that
love
true?
Garrett.
We do, but that episode did not do well compared to the others.
Did we go from like 10 viewers down to 3?
Basically.
I just
gonna
hit the
blame
mic twice. Oops, sorry
our
if I heard
partners.
that.
Our partners are
I'm not gonna blame that. I'll blame myself. I'll bear that cross.
for not going because of a Smite tournament.
No, that's not. That only happened
Twice.
one time. No. One time.
That was that episode. They made fun of you.
Oh yeah, that was the Garrett.
We're talking
episode.
about our own podcast.
That was the Garrett episode. But no. The other times it's due to, well, for context, we normally have a set day that we record on, which is Saturday. I never missed a Saturday.
That's true. We were late once.
So whenever we have to like reschedule around the days, I'm horrible at keeping track of my calendar because I don't keep a calendar. I just try to remember everything I got going on. So then I double book.
That's so dumb. That's your worst quality.
It really is.
Trying to memorize a calendar, that's just messed up.
And
it is.
We suck sometimes.
And that's why I was like, when did I last see you? Sunday? Was it? No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Oh
No,
yeah, because
Saturday.
No. Sunday we went to the no Saturday. Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah.
Saturday. When we picked the day that we were gonna schedule, I was like, Sagan, you need to text me in the morning.
And I did.
And he texted me this morning, but I didn't forget this morning.
That's what I had told Abby, that I'm gonna take like 70% blame, but I also think 30% of that blame should be on Discord. Because I swear the chat bubble feature of Discord doesn't work.
No, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's
like
inconsistent.
replying to a message as like a pop-up,
yeah.
I swear doesn't send the message.
Oh, like
I didn't know
like
that.
with the banner?
Yeah, I'm convinced that
never
like
do that.
if the notification like pops up on your phone and you hit like the reply button and you type it out, I swear I have typed out so many messages to both like our big friend group chat and like our podcast chat that I'll go back and look at something to be like, oh yeah, they never responded to that from like 2 days ago, and I go, oh, no, I never sent a message.
I didn't even know you could do that, first of all.
I did that for the first time.
I would
the
just
other day.
recommend that you just always go into the app to reply, because I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I use it for pretty much everything else. I almost never fully open apps.
Yeah.
I do that with actually nothing.
Yeah, I
Cause
open apps.
I open everything because I need to get. I only ever like text people in group chat format unless it's my mom or my partner, and so
Or me, bitch.
when I'm opening something, I even open for you because he'll send like multiple messages, so I need to see it in app. I need the full context. I need to read what I sent previously in case I need to build on that. I just need all the context. I gotta open the app.
You gotta.
So getting into politics, I guess, just a little bit. My number one hit question is the Fight Oligarchy tour stunting the revolution?
What?
Is Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez slowing down the revolution of the United States by trying to still fight for a Democratic Party?
Yes.
This sounds like libs.
No, okay, so partially inflammatory, but also potentially.
This is libs. I can smell it.
You can smell it.
I can smell the lib on this.
No, it is.
So who are you accusing of being libs?
Wait, hold on. Is this a real person I know or a fake person I
This
don't?
is online
like,
takes.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. You haven't seen anything about that?
I've seen a
No.
ton of people who are being like, Bernie Sanders and AOC should just
That's
abandon the Democratic Party because they're not fighting for anything.
What did I say about a third party?
Oh.
Anyway, here's the thing.
that just won't work.
Bernie Sanders he's gonna
That's
be like
old,
what,
man.
86 the
He's
next the election cycle.
Yeah.
And AOC full
She's
love
young.
is unelectable.
Well, what?
That's crazy.
Dude, I don't think
She's only won her own election 4 times.
no, I mean like for president. You think she
Why?
would win a presidency?
I think she
I
could.
swear we've talked about this before and you agreed that she would never win a presidency.
I think I agreed to that multiple years ago.
No.
Not recently.
No, because it was recently
She's
because
super popular right now.
Right now, you
she
think
got
so?
the Riz.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's actually doing stuff.
I don't know,
People
man.
see that shit. At least like intelligent ones.
I know, but
Well, yes. The state of the country.
Yeah.
In that.
that's what I
regard is
mean.
a
Like in
little-
the state of
is
the
a little
country,
rough.
is AOC all right? I won't say she's unelectable. Do we think realistically in 4 years' time, with the state of our country right now, that she will be electable in 4 years?
Well,
Not based on competency. I would
It depends
love
on
to
how many
vote for
rights
AOC,
women have.
but
in
would
4
she
years.
win? Like, does she have it? Like, if she won the nomination, she ran for president in 2028. What are her odds realistically of getting elected? Like policy aside, because
What do
like
you
people,
mean?
like I swear people
You
do-
can't put policy aside.
No, no,
That's
no,
the
no.
whole thing.
I don't mean like all right.
Are you saying she's unelectable because
Because
she's a woman, Steven?
a woman of color. Is that what you're saying?
Look at the state of our country. Look at the state of our country.
dude, Kamala.
I don't think the reason Kamala lost was because
Yeah.
I think it played a
played-
bigger part than we're given credit.
You okay? Hold on. I want to tear into that
I
for
think-
a second.
I think
'Cause
Kamala
you tore
lost.
into me for talking about that take like the day after the election. You went no.
I said I don't think that's the biggest reason. that
You
she
just said
lost.
that it was a big part.
It was, but not the biggest.
I mean,
The
fair,
biggest part
fair.
was, you know,
She wouldn't break from Joe Biden or
yeah,
do anything.
and holding hands with
Liz Cheney
yeah.
and sending Bill Clinton
to
Michigan
harass.
to lecture Muslim people. Like, yeah, that's awesome.
That's the biggest part. And then it's the fact that she's a woman of color and
Yeah, but like AOC would do stuff like go on Joe Rogan. AOC would do stuff like going on podcasts and actually talking about like real messaging and stuff. Kamala lost on the dumb guy vote.
will
I don't think
will
it's an
AOC
intrinsically
win the dumb guy
racist
vote?
dumb guy vote, but I think AOC has a better chance.
Maybe a better chance. Yeah, I could agree.
100% a better chance. Like, the Democrats' whole MO is snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Like, Kamala should have won that election. Yeah.
I think so.
Yes.
I
she
think-
did everything in her power to make sure she lost.
I think Trump was doing a pretty good job at. They were
Trump
both.
just took clips of her and ran them as ads and spun the narrative and went, she's gonna do trans in prison. And then there was zero counter messaging to anything. So she just went, small businesses. Small businesses.
I still think the best ad was the "She's for they them, not for you."
Yeah.
that was such a good. That
That's
is
really
such
funny.
a dystopian, dark, incredible ad that worked
Right?
so well.
Right?
But I also think the entire last election was won purely on the economy. I think the economy was like the
Which
number
is
one issue.
really funny.
Which is
now.
really funny. But in terms of who is messaging around the economy for the last election, Donald Trump was winning.
Yeah, it was like, what would you have done in the last 4 years that was different from Joe Biden? Absolutely nothing. That lost her the election.
Yeah.
That right there lost her the election.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't
She
think it was
needed to
anything
break
about-
from Biden.
I don't think
She-
it was anything about the optics.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Well, yeah, I don't think that the optics is what lost her election. I think it definitely helped, though.
Yeah,
Dude, this
but
is
like
just-
racist people are
this is
not
just-
going to vote for her in the first place. So like that was never part of her demographic. She
I
didn't
don't know.
actively work to lose
I think
racists.
there's a lot of closet racists in
Actively worked
in this
to
in this moderate voter pool.
maybe
that absolutely do care
but
about
that's
optics.
that's like the same sort of copium as like the quiet Kamala voter, where everyone was like, "Oh no, all of the wives are gonna vote for Kamala Harris," and it's like, no, she lost white women. Like, they aren't.
Mhm.
I think that's cope. I think AOC has maybe not the best of chances, but at least a chance. She's better than 90% of the Democratic Party now.
Absolutely.
Like, she would message around populist things and actually push policy instead of just my mother, small businesses, threat to democracy, Israel. Like, that's garbage. No one wants that.
I think Americans have been so eased into the police state that they crave fascism way more than they want to admit. And so the idea that Kamala ran around the idea of we're fighting for democracy, Americans were like, yeah, but we don't want that.
Yeah, right.
We don't want democracy. We want to deport people who are in plainclothes police state and just take them wherever we want.
Send the Gestapo.
Send them to another country that they specifically have their own protecting what's that called? They were seeking asylum specifically from
yeah.
El Salvador, and that's where they got sent back to. You know, whatever that's called.
Ship them back.
So
Just
it's
legal citizens.
That's what I'm saying. Americans do not crave democracy. They crave fascism. That's what they've wanted for so long.
Yeah. I crave 125% tariffs on China. That's definitely what I want.
Yeah.
100%. I don't like buying electronics. That would be silly.
I don't. It was the last episode that we talked about the Department of Education and people not knowing what the Department of Education was specifically. But I think this podcast should just be like an educational of what are tariffs. What is an import? Because the number of people I've seen who have called out imports and exports incorrectly, flipping them and not understanding what an import is I shouldn't say shocking, but pretty surprising.
Yeah. No, my partner was watching a TikTok yesterday on the couch. I was just listening to it, and it was a Chinese man, and he goes, "Do you know how much stuff is in my house that's made in America? Absolutely nothing." I was like, oh no, they're flexing. We're cooked, bro. We're cooked.
Who was it? There was somebody, there was an influencer that was talking about how much their merch would have to sell for, like a popular one, under the new tariffs. And it was something crazy, like almost $300 for a hoodie or something. I think, was it Ludwig?
Jesus.
I
don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know this story. It seems very surprising considering usually I don't understand tariffs. I mean, like if a typical hoodie is like $60 and you got 130% tariffs on it, it'd be like $150.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
trying to figure out unless they're
I don't
already
buy
selling their
influencer
hoodie
merch.
for $150.
They might be.
Some might be, yeah, but typically that's the price that you would put around an American Union made sweater clothing.
Well, I think that was what if they switched to Made in America.
Oh, if they switch to it.
Yeah.
Oh, then that's
I don't know the story at all.
Yeah.
It was just something I saw in passing.
I don't know. All of Hassan's merch is American Union made, and it's like $30 for a t-shirt. So that person is huffing copium. Huffing.
I'd have to find it, which I'm not going to do right now.
Yeah, don't do that. Another callback to last episode. The fuckers did it. They increased video game prices $80 for Mario Kart World.
Just wait till that 100 hits.
And then
It's coming this year.
GTA. They're setting the stones for GTA.
Yeah, they're actually They're like giving GTA the push because they're
it
like,
was a joke at
we
first.
did
and
the
now I'm
we did
so
the 20.
scared.
You do the other 20.
And then we can just
And
claim
then
the
we
tariffs.
will go there.
No.
It'll be 120.
Oh no.
Just slowly, every game each year goes up by $20. It'd be tough.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
It's just gonna be Nintendo like goading up the prices by like telling other companies like, hey, we did it, now you can. You take the next step.
No.
80, we can do better.
No,
See-
and the console is going to be even worse because of the tariffs. Like they pulled all the pre-orders.
Consoles in the big 25.
What does that mean?
What? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. you're talking
Consoles
about.
in the big 25?
He's being a PC elitist, I think, is what he's doing, which is hilarious because we're talking about the Switch, which you can't play any of those games on PC, at least legally.
I still don't. What is the big 25?
2025, the big 25, the year.
I thought he was talking about a conglomerate of
Nah.
game companies or
We're-
something
we're-
called the
Nah.
big
We're
25.
moving on. We're moving on from Nintendo.
Nah,
We're leaving
Steven-
Nintendo in 2024?
Yeah.
No way.
Mhm.
Steven's just he's a little
Except for him, he's
disconnected
not.
from the proletariat, right?
He
So
is,
he
yeah.
doesn't understand that consoles need to exist as a budget option for an entry point into video games for people who can't afford to drop $3,000 on a computer.
And also, sometimes
needs
you
to-
just want to
who
play
needs to
Mario
spend-
Kart without having to
Who spent
hack into a
$3,000
computer.
on a computer?
Brother,
Surely it's got to be you. Above 2?
Never.
where the hell did
Really?
you get all your parts?
That's crazy.
Newegg.
That's crazy.
This guy's a.
How much are you guys spending on computer parts?
If you go and look at like,
I bought a
so if you look at a,
$400 pre-made.
yeah, I was gonna say if
That's
you go
cheaper than a console.
sometimes. Well, okay, yeah. When did you buy that computer? 10 years ago.
2016.
Yeah, that's a little different.
Yeah.
All right, that's like $100 more than
And
a
it's
console in
garbage.
2016.
And my computer is garbage. To
you
be
Yeah.
still
clear.
play games on it.
No, he
No,
doesn't.
I don't.
They
I
can't
used to.
run anything. It
Oh
has
my
a
god!
1060
Wait.
in it.
Yeah. Do you remember like the 1 or 2 times we played Valorant and you guys would start and I would join in the 3rd round? That's how long it would take me to load into games.
Brother has an
remember that.
HDD.
Whenever-
a hard disk drive, it physically spins.
You can use those still.
No, you can't.
They're if you just need cheap storage.
No, go. Well, yeah, but you can't run a game off of them.
I mean, technically you can. It's probably like
Not
it's not
like-
optimal
we used to
anymore.
play here
No,
another one.
Like you can't. If you put Assassin's Creed Shadow on a hard drive, you will get 15 frames a second. It
Yeah.
does not work.
And I do. I get 15 frames a second in Lethal Company.
Yeah.
Whenever we used to play Phasmophobia. Did I play that with you?
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
remember.
It was me, you, and Nico.
And Garrett played like once or twice. Anyway, whenever we played Phasmophobia, you guys used to join, and it would take me another 25
Yes,
seconds.
we
And
would
that's a
sit
game
and-
that takes absolutely nothing to run.
Yeah.
And it would still take me a minute to load into lobbies that other people were instant on.
Yeah, it'd be like the 3 of us sitting in the truck waiting for Brian to pop in because he's on like a 1.5-minute delay
I don't know.
of just pure loading.
I bet I could build a competent PC for like around $500 range.
That's great. You know how
That's
much
insane.
do you know how much the
I will
Nintendo
challenge
Switch
you to
2
do
is?
that.
Do you know how much the Nintendo Switch 2 is?
How much?
Less than $500.
Dude, it's a little handheld thing.
Yeah, but it has
$1.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, your computer doesn't have Mario Kart.
It's got Mario
I
Odyssey.
want it to have Mario Kart.
It's got whatever the new Mario will be.
Then you're not the market for a Nintendo.
It also lets me
guy.
play all of my old Nintendo Switch games on the Nintendo Switch too.
for a fee.
No, if you have the cartridges. I'm talking about the cartridges.
Sounds like a great company to.
Are you sure?
I thought if you had the cartridge, you could just plug it and play. But
Maybe.
I think there's a digital upgrade that you can get for digital
okay.
games.
It's
but,
$70. That's the digital upgrade.
Okay.
For like Breath of the Wild, it's $70. It's
Okay.
fucked. It's
Why am I playing
horrible.
Breath of the Wild on the Switch 2?
I don't know. Maybe because you don't want to run it at 15 frames a second on the Switch One.
I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. Consumer rights man to my right.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why.
I love that shit.
I don't know why he's defending Nintendo right now.
I'm not. I'm
just-
not. I'm
we just
defending
like
the
it.
existence of consoles.
We just like Nintendo.
You came after consoles when
Yeah.
like
Not in a real way though.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
All right.
that's fine.
Hard cut. I'm gonna jump back 5 minutes when Steven went. Nah.
The big 25.
The big. We're leaving Nintendo behind.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Except for the fact I will probably be doing emulation. I'm gonna steal, so I could play the new From Software game. Which actually I
This
don't even.
man will own a Switch too.
I won't. It's gonna be like $650. There's no way. I don't own a Switch now because I didn't care so much about my Switch. I left it in my car until it got stolen.
Wait, so what are you gonna emulate it on?
My computer.
The way he thinks that's a gotcha is
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's actually kind of crazy.
The way that he's like, oh, got him.
Oh, the computer?
The thing that you spent
$2,000 on? Yeah.
$2,000 on.
You spent $2,000 on your
Nah, it was
computer.
$1,800, but yeah.
1,800.
Yeah.
What's your graphics card?
3060 Ti.
Yeah, you got robbed.
3060 Ti, Intel, 11th gen 11700, some RAM. It was also like end of COVID, so it was like
Yeah, times have
mid card shortage. Yeah,
Well, I don't know why that would be the case with 3060. You can't even mine on a 3060. I'm pretty sure.
This man's talking about Bitcoin now, or crypto, because that is what drives graphics cards up, is the crypto mining you can do on them. Trust me, I have a coworker who'd tell me everything about it. It's great. I love it.
It's so funny.
Speaking of graphics cards, they're all going to be way more expensive now.
Nah, Nvidia's crashing.
Now you're definitely...
It'll be cheaper, right?
No.
Oh.
That's not how the stock market works.
But the market going down means that prices will be cheaper, right? Trump did it. He brought prices down. He brought stock prices down. That's what we wanted, right?
Yes, because the stock market is definitely a reflection of the average consumer's
Yeah.
day-to-day life.
He brought our
100%.
401ks down that we might have.
I'm gonna
I
retire
don't-
at 97.
I took a look at the 3-year graph for my my 401k, and if you look at it, it literally is just straight up, and then there's just the meanest downward shank of $4,000.
Yeah, but
From Liberation Day.
Who was president when you were going up?
Joe Biden.
What?
No, this can't be.
This doesn't make
this
any
just
sense.
Can't be.
This doesn't.
This can't
I
be.
heard that the stock market was crashing when Joe Biden
I
was
refuse
president.
to believe this.
This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that just doesn't add up.
Yeah.
It was really crazy to look at, and I like chuckled when I saw it because it was like, it literally was just like a boom, and then I was like, man, but actual like retirees and people that are like trying to retire and see their 401k move down
Yeah, we
this
got a couple years.
percentage. I mean, we're talking like, oh man, 4,000 for me, maybe like
40K for somebody else.
5 to 6, maybe even to the 6-figure range for someone in their 60s that's looking forward to retiring, and then it's not as funny.
I don't know. They probably voted the wrong way.
That don't even matter. But at the end of the day, like, it
that
don't
is
even
irrelevant.
matter because, like, one, we should all be in this together.
That is true. Solidarity.
One
I
team.
guess.
One team.
Okay. Yeah.
And then also, with the, like, for young people struggling to find a job, like it or not, a lot of times older people have an even harder time finding a job
That is true.
because, like it or not, they're considered unhireable
They're decrepit.
by most positions because they don't have the physical fitness to do things such as like retail jobs. Doing that 50-pound, expected to lift at least 50 pounds in this job could be hard for some of them. I'm not saying this about all people, but mental acuity is trending downwards at that age. So there's a reason you usually retire. It's not because you want to. It's because you probably just should.
Not anymore, baby. Get in the sweatshop.
Yeah.
We got 15 more
Bring 'em
years
back.
before your arthritis actually makes your hands
Start making
inoperable.
those TikToks.
Oh yeah, old people TikToks.
Old people TikToks.
Get in on the influencer craze.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to do.
We're gonna be influencers.
Hell no.
Nah.
Hell no. I want to yap on a microphone and maybe play video games. That's what I'm here for.
Well, I mean, you're gonna need that influencer game when it's $160 for a AAA title.
We'll write it off as a tax break.
At that point, 160, as long as Magic the Gathering boxes haven't gone up, I'll just hard pivot to opening boxes on camera. That would be so much fun. Just live gambling. Oh man, it's like a cake streamer, but I at least get something out of it.
You just gotta do the thing that other guys do where they raffle them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they do that
like-
on Whatnot.
Yeah.
On what?
There's an app called Whatnot.
Yeah,
You can just-
I have it.
You have Whatnot?
Oh
Why
yeah.
did you get Whatnot?
Because of Magic the Gathering.
Oh.
What is it?
It's a buy and sell live streaming app. So you like
For
Like
cards.
eBay or
for cards. It's
specifically for
mostly,
It's
mainly
mostly cards.
90% sports cards.
Never heard
yeah,
of it.
like sports cards, Magic cards, Pokemon. There's a couple places you can go where it's like clothes, and I think it's like Girly Pops on there
On
selling
Whatnot?
clothes. Yeah,
So you can sell anything. It's just
yeah,
a big
it's
market for cards.
a huge place where people. Well, yeah, because it has like a live streaming
Yeah,
interface.
Think
on
of
it.
like TikTok Live mixed with the TikTok Shop, and that's just like it's like the TikTok Live and Shop
But
completely
cards.
removed and moved to a separate app.
Yeah, so there are
It's
people
just for cards.
There are
mainly
people
for cards.
who will sell like packs on their storefront, and then the streamer will open your packs and show you the cards and then ship them to you. And so you like get to gamble via this person,
By this other
and
person
then
opening
they
the
send
pack.
it to you. Yeah,
I-
it's a little.
I would
goofy.
never buy a pack.
I
to be
wouldn't.
opened in front of me on Whatnot, because then you're not only paying for the pack, but you're paying for the shipping.
It's at an upcharge too.
Yeah, dude,
That's so
shipping's
lame.
like $4 on Whatnot.
That's
It's
so
ridiculous.
lame. What is the point?
I've never
Yeah.
bought anything on Whatnot except I have a few friends that are trying to, do the Whatnot thing with sports cards.
That's
so
a bunch of nonsense.
I hop on live and I support, and I have like a stack this tall of football cards right now that I'm probably just gonna throw out.
Drop shipping's in.
Uh,
401ks are out. Drop shipping's in.
Drop shipping is definitely not in.
No,
given
No, we're
the
getting back.
tariffs.
They want us to get back in the factory.
No, but drop shipping, you don't actually buy the thing. You make somebody else buy it.
Well,
at
yeah,
an
but it's all
upcharge.
imported.
It don't matter. People are still buying it.
Well,
The whole process behind drop shipping is you buy something when it first releases, and then you resell it before you actually buy it.
Man,
yeah. I guess what I was thinking is that people just wouldn't be able to buy them. So drop shippers will buy the inventory and then not be able to offload it and then go, oh no.
Maybe. I mean, that's usually what happens to the ones who don't know how to do it.
Steven
that I
trying
know how
not
to
to
do
fuck
it.
the audio up.
yeah, no.
I saw that.
It's all right.
But dude, I really wish I was more in podcast brain this week, because it's been a while.
It has been a minute.
Because
I don't think you've
you
been
guys
in
know-
podcast brain for a single episode.
That's wrong. That's incorrect.
Nah, the episode that just released is really it's a pretty good
it is
episode.
Anyways,
Our most recent episode was very good.
because you guys know,
We're gonna follow it up
like
with our
whenever
worst.
I see
Hell yeah.
some like news pieces or just interesting tidbits, I'll screenshot it and send it to you guys. And I've been seeing so many, and I just have not been keeping them, and now I'm missing content because I saw something.
He's missing
I
content.
saw a tweet from like a Republican congressman that was like, it was something like, I can't remember who it was, and this is why I'm lacking the context. This is my fault. I'm lacking the context. I should have it. I normally would. But it was a Republican congressman that was like, we need to return the dignity to the young men who are playing video games when they should be working.
I agree.
Ew.
And it was like,
I agree.
yeah, it was like,
I do both, thank you. I
Like-
don't want to do more work.
like our elected officials are saying,
Get back
no more fun.
in the factory.
Yeah.
Go to fucking work.
Yeah.
That's
is
crazy.
that what we want?
Get
That's
your
crazy.
money up, not your funny up. It's my favorite.
Yeah,
My
that's
favorite line. Get your money up.
Get off the games, get back in the factory.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh man. I'm gonna have to with games going up in price. I'm gonna need a factory job.
This man's gonna need 2 jobs so that he can play FromSoft
Elden Ring 2.
FromSoft X Nintendo collab.
Nah, because I actually don't know how much I care about that one. If I'm being so totally honest, it's like a fully multiplayer video game, and that's not
Oh,
really.
really?
Yeah, like we're gonna squirrel off really bad if we keep talking about From Software games. I'm just
It's all right.
okay.
No, this is still pretty on topic.
Yeah, no, like their new one, Night Rain's coming out. That one's also gonna be all online, but it's like Elden Ring online, and that's awesome. Because I already have Elden Ring, and it's only going to be $40. But if this is an $80 video game and it's always on like multiplayer mode, I don't want it. Miyazaki will take the L on this
See,
one.
then we can actually, once we get Seigen on board, we can actually start leaving Nintendo. No, I'm just kidding.
He doesn't play Nintendo
Yeah,
games as
literally,
is. What do you mean?
The only reason I even had a Switch was because you guys played Smash Brothers and I had FOMO. That is why I purchased a Switch.
And then you play Smash with Steven, and
And
he
I
just
got
kind of
absolutely fucked on.
he picks you up by
And then
your
our friend
ear
died.
and spins you. Ugh.
And after that, the Smash dreams
It's true.
went with them.
That is true.
God rest
The
his
friend
soul.
who bought me my Switch did die. Not to
Wait,
drop
so
some,
you
some
didn't
dark
even get
lore.
a Switch because of FOMO? He bought you a Switch?
Well, I paid for it. He just worked at GameStop, so I got a discount.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no,
That's
I
what
got
was
it.
because that sounds like something you would do.
Yeah.
Like buy you a Switch to play Smash
Yes.
with us. That seems
Yes,
exactly like
no,
something you do.
but he helped me get a discount on it, and then fucking died. But that's okay. We miss you, Matt.
We do. No, really.
But yeah, no, that's the only reason I even owned a Switch. So saying I'm a Nintendo shill is actually insane. I don't even
No,
have
I'm not
like
saying you're a Nintendo shill. I'm just saying like
childhood roots there.
if we can have you not fuck with Switch 2 at all, despite it having a FromSoft exclusive, we can get anybody.
That is true. I
We
did
can
buy
get
a
anybody.
PlayStation 4 specifically to play
We can
Bloodborne.
get anybody.
I took an entire paycheck from my first job, and I went and I bought a PlayStation 4 and Bloodborne, and I had the greatest weekend of all time until Elden Ring came out.
And then that
And then I
surpassed.
had that was the greatest week of all time because I took a week off of work and I did nothing but play Elden Ring.
Insane.
You
That's
took away a whole
insane. You
week?
took
A whole
a
week.
week
Oh,
off
man.
of
A whole
work
week.
to play
It's
Elden
gonna be
Ring.
me this year. I don't have a vacation planned, so like an out of state vacation. So I'm just gonna take a staycation.
Yep, I took a week off, and from like 9 a.m. till like 2 in the morning every day, I would play Elden Ring.
See, and you need to not do that. You need to get back in the factory. That's what this whole presidential term is gonna be about.
That's true.
That's literally what my week's about to be.
No more game binging. Get back in the factory.
Abby is gonna leave for Florida, and Garrett's leaving for Chicago. So my house is gonna be empty. And so my first thought was literally, I could just work overtime, I guess.
Good, yeah.
Because I was like, there's no one to go home to. There's nothing else to do.
You
See,
could.
imagine if this
So-
guy played Magic. He wouldn't be lonely at all.
That's true. You
But
could
he's
come to the
too-
card
I
shop
don't think
and play
I've been
Magic with
invited
us.
to play Magic once.
because
I
you just
have told you.
just like roast us
Yeah,
for
yeah.
playing
We just
Magic.
get made fun of.
Yeah,
We
which is funny because
participate in a community.
you do.
I leave my house
Yeah, it's true.
once a week every week to do something, which is crazy because I hate doing that.
he even played a tournament where he had to
I sat
go
with
sit
strangers.
across complete strangers and play hour-long sets.
With cards that I didn't fully understand. And it was really
He had a
scary.
blast though.
I got my ass kicked.
They were dragons, though, right?
Just that really
Yes,
was our
I had
Tarkir
one-
Dragonstorm all along.
It was. What a cool set.
No,
love-
we're not pivoting to Magic. Too niche. Too niche.
It's not what the girlies want.
It's true. It's not
Okay,
what the
all right,
girls
well,
want.
actually,
we
then
have to talk
I-
about Sims burglars.
No. Oh,
Sims burglars.
Sims burglars, Sephora makeup sale, foods that are fun to try. That's what the girlies want to hear.
That was what Steven's partner said.
That was the
we should
feedback I
talk
received
about on the podcast.
The Sephora
was
makeup sale?
Sephora makeup, Sims burglars.
I think the fact that we pronounce it right is about as good as you're going to get.
Yeah. Anytime I've been in a Sephora, I've been scared.
Terrified.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to go back. All the way back to the beginning.
Okay. Back to the beginning.
So, with my thoughts a little more formulated.
Welcome to the new episode of the Three Left Turns podcast.
I'm back for the 6th episode.
No.
And
I just want to go back to
introduce-
AOC because I don't want it to come off like
you're
like I
racist?
don't support AOC, or I wouldn't, because
I
obviously
thought it was
I
just
would.
a misogynist. I didn't
Yeah.
think
No.
it was the racism
That's the
part.
thing. I think
Of all our friends, I think Steven is the most misogynistic.
I'm just
Yeah.
glad that title got passed from me finally.
remember when Dee's bit was like being the misogynist.
Yeah.
That was a funny time.
Yeah. The
Anyways.
misogyny hat passes from one person to another every now and
Anyways, no, I think the United States is 1, racist, 2, misogynistic, and 3, scared of the word socialism.
Yeah,
And that's why
that's what they were
unless
trained
there's
to do for the past
the
45
most
years.
major paradigm
70
shift
years.
during a Trump presidency, that's why I don't think it's impossible. I won't say it's impossible. I think it would be hard to get AOC a presidency.
I don't know.
Yeah. We just need all of
people
the
literally equate socialism with communism, and then communism with like murdering your entire family.
Yes.
I think that the problem is that the establishment Democrats won't support her now.
I think I'd agree that is the biggest like stepping stone. But I meant like if we got past that and got into the way of like AOC versus nameless Republican. Honestly, if it's JD Vance, I think it's a AOC landslide. Honestly.
JD Vance will never run for
Jebediah
president.
Dogcom Vance cannot be president. I won't allow it.
JD Vance will never make it out of a Republican primary for president. The only way JD Vance becomes president is if Donald Trump dies in office. And even then, it's still a stretch that it doesn't go to Elon Musk.
Oh, no. Elon Musk's kid.
Yeah.
You're not the president. I'm the president.
But I'll put it here. I'll put it down. I'll put it on record right here, recorded for everybody. If AOC wins, or if AOC even primaries,
Look straight into the camera.
if AOC primaries, I will go door knocking for her.
We'll film
In
it.
New York.
No. Oh, no, I mean like
Oh,
For like a
sorry.
presidential.
I was
primary.
talking about what I was going to bring up was the fact that there are some establishment Democrats who are saying that she should primary Chuck Schumer.
Yes.
And-
Oh yeah,
That would be so fire.
absolutely.
That would be so
I think
fire.
no, I actually.
So
think,
that's what I was
my
thinking initially.
God.
when
I
you
think
said
in like
primary.
polls for that,
She would
she's already
kick ass.
favorable
Yeah.
over him.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Can she move here and primary Fetterman?
Oh my
God.
Oh my God! I would, if she did that, I would quit my job and work for her.
I don't know how well a girl from the Bronx would do in coal country.
We got to be
figure it
better
out.
than
figure it
John
out.
Fetterman. Oh my God!
John Fetterman gets the "he looks like us" card.
That's true. He does look like an orc. Like,
I was
Do
gonna
we
say-
look like orcs in PA?
kinda.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
No, we
Look
give,
at me. What do
we
you
give-
mean?
We give big.
I just
gnome-
crawled out of the spawning pools. Like,
Yeah.
the harsh winters. Like, yeah, no,
We're gonna come back to that off air.
the spawning pools.
No, just Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Oh. All right.
You bastard. It's the
Oh
one
my
ring,
God.
isn't it? Yeah, I hate you.
I'm so excited.
I hate you.
I'm so
I hate
excited.
you. This man shows up to the shop and spanks our asses for 3 games in a row and then goes home.
He goes, "That was a great time,
But
everybody."
here's the thing. No. And I want this on record too. It's not because I don't because I don't know if this is what you guys think, but it is definitely not because my deck is more powerful. It's just because I'm a good player.
Because you
No,
spent more
yeah,
money on
no,
it.
100%. 100%. We just think it's because you're better at the game than us.
Okay, good.
That is
I
what
just
we
want
think.
that to be known. And that's not even a flex because I don't expect
is
you
a
guys
flex.
who are newer to the game to like learn everything right away and all the, it takes time. But I just want it to be known that it's not because the power level of my deck, which honestly is not that high.
You do have a better mana base
It's
than
not that high.
anyone at the table.
That's true. That's honestly my biggest. That definitely is.
You are
my.
faster than anyone at the table.
That is not true.
Other than
That
maybe
is not
Markov.
true. That is not true. All right, we're
So for
This
all
is
the
too-
girlies,
this
this
is
is basically
too
saying
heavy
that
of a
the
pivot.
Sephora sale has a 15% off, but Steven's deck is basically like having a
Ulta has a
2-for-1
20%.
sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Sims burglars. My partner's been having a big problem. Her
so
Sims
funny.
house was broken into twice by the same burglar in the
one?
same weekend. It's becoming a big problem, and that's why she wants to raise awareness of it.
That's messed up.
Luckily, the second time, the police were ready and arrested the burglar. And she
Because we
retrieved.
Back
like
the
the
blue.
police story.
Back
Yeah.
the
police
blue.
state.
So
Jeez.
ever
Fell
since
apart.
this incident, my partner is a big thin blue line supporter.
Ah.
Woo!
This checks out with that little freak.
It does. It really does. Fits in every
Homeschooled,
aspect.
thin blue line.
If you look at the back of her car, you will see it. And if you color it in, she will just buy a new one.
It's true. It's true. I've seen her do it.
She's on like the 10th one at this point. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we're so upset about the tariffs, is because the stickers keep getting more and more expensive. The Redbubble drop shipping is out of control.
We have to buy thin blue line stickers in bulk
Oh my
to
god.
keep up.
Oh man, that's tough. That's tough.
Okay, and then foods that are fun to try. So Indian food, I've never liked it up until recently. I like it a lot now. Naan bread is
Superior.
Non-bread
is
goes so fucking hard,
a
bro.
gift to
I
humanity.
Love that shit.
what I have realized is I don't think I can do. It's just the way Indian style meat is not for me. I'm gonna stick with the vegetarian curries and
That's
such.
crazy. That's crazy.
Like the
I'm
the
telling
chana
you.
masalas of the world.
I know.
Chana masala.
I know.
Chana.
I know where you get Chinese food from. Oh wait, no. Well, first off, Indian food. Wait, you
What?
get it from Fine?
One time.
Oh.
I've had it from 3 different places and I haven't liked the chicken from any of the places.
Is it Monday? It's Monday.
Yeah, it's fucking Monday.
Damn.
Sorry, Garfield.
I hate Mondays. My favorite Indian place is closed on Mondays.
Bro.
Is it Erie Curry House? That's your
Yeah.
place, right?
Yeah.
Bro,
That was actually the best. They had the best chicken of the 3, but they had the worst sauces of the 3, I think.
okay.
Crazy.
Okay. Last thing about Indian food. Order from Fine, get chili chicken. Swear to God. Get it. It's not like a super saucy thing, but I get it all the time. And I'll take like the naan and make little tacos with it, basically.
Oh yeah, it's a must. You have to do
Holy
that.
shit. Holy shit.
If you're
Try
not making
it,
tacos
please.
with the naan, you're just not. That's honestly probably not the way you're supposed to eat it, but
You dip it in the sauce.
Yeah,
You rip
that-
a piece off and you dip it.
which is that's what
what
I
I
do. I do it 50-50. I'll rip and dip and I'll make little tacos.
Rip and dip is awesome.
Yeah.
I want. What is that? Is that a brand? Is that a restaurant? What do we?
No, that's just
What is Rip and
No,
Dip?
Rip and Dip is definitely something. I think it's like a clothing brand.
dude.
It might not be.
Hang
The
on.
way we just skipped like 7 topics rapid fire.
Oh yeah.
It's just a
no.
bit at this
This is
Don't worry, this was pre
podcast for the-
That's what we're gonna tell you guys.
the,
Every time we rapid fire switch topics, it was a planned playing into the bit moment.
Yeah. Speaking of, you brought up Garfield and it made me think of something.
Oh my god.
When I worked at the gas station, it was back when I had shorter hair, but I was working and just like this mom and her kid walked up, and this kid starts cracking the fuck up the second he looks at me. And then his mom's like, "What are you laughing at?" And he points at me and goes, "He looks like John Arbuckle which is John from fucking Garfield, and I was wounded. I was like,
What's
what?
wrong with John Arbuckle?
I don't know, but I don't think I look like him.
All right, when you're done with this, pull up John Arbuckle.
That's fucked up.
We'll
Rip
see if
and
he
dip
looks like.
clothing.
Yeah, I was right. It's the one with like you pull the pocket down and the cat's flipping you off.
I would have thought Rip and Dip would have been like a
No, it's
a
like the little
brand.
goofy cat.
That's crazy. How'd
No,
you know
You
that?
know, like the little.
How did
dips?
you just have that on?
Because it's like skater alt culture shit.
$38
Well, it was at one
For
point,
now.
I think.
for now.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 940.
Get your Rip and Dip shirts while you can.
Yeah, maybe
not
not.
sponsored, unsponsored by the way. Unless they want it to be.
Yeah, hit
Yeah.
us up. Our business email.
I'm sure Rip and Dip
We
is
don't
looking
have.
for the 3 Left Turns podcast.
Wow, I am white, bro.
Okay,
You put our
John Arbuckle.
faces
It's
up
just
on
the
those
monitor.
screens.
It
That's
doesn't
crazy.
look like that. It's just the monitor. Don't
John
look at it.
Arbuckle now, please.
John Arbuckle.
I didn't watch Garfield when I was younger, so
It's a comic. I don't even. Was it a TV show?
I'm pretty sure they had a cartoon for it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
What is happening to
Bye, guys.
Steven is taking over.
See, look at that is clearly a cartoon. Well, there's a cartoon version.
Where is it going? Why is it doing that? Steven is the sole focus of this.
As he should be. I was talking to him earlier. He's
There we
been
go.
working out. Look at his arms.
Yeah, do a little flex for us.
Do a flex on camera. Do it for the views. He's not gonna do it.
He doesn't want views.
He's not gonna do it.
He doesn't want us to be successful.
It's true.
He
it's
has
true.
the ability to make us successful, and he's hiding it.
Yeah.
I don't get paid enough for that.
You don't get paid.
Exactly.
You've actually only lost money.
I will
doing this
give
podcast.
you. I will
That's
give
true.
you a $2 bill right now if you do a little flex.
Can you even
a
use
double,
those
a double
anymore?
flex. Yeah, you can use
Yeah,
them.
what do you mean? They are
Why are
legal
you-
U.S.
He's like
tender.
a $2 bill. I only use it if there's a 0 after it.
Yeah.
No, I don't use cash.
Yeah.
It's way too easy to just tap a card and
Oh,
not
yeah.
have to worry about it ever again.
Oh yeah. Except I do immediately worry about it afterwards.
Till it doesn't work.
Tap to pay. It's out of my head until payday. Don't have to worry about it ever again.
Oh yeah, I guess you buy everything on a credit card.
I do everything.
Yeah.
I don't even
And
have
then
a
he just
debit
pays
card.
it off.
That's
I
Yeah.
don't have a
crazy.
debit card. I don't have cash. If I can't pay with a credit card, it's tough.
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 My
You don't even have, like, a-
sister-
What?
My sister just got her first credit card, and the reason she got it was because she needed something so they got a dog, and she wanted something so that if there was an emergency expense for the
Ah.
dog that they didn't have the funds for in a bank account, they would use the credit card.
That's probably.
It gets worse.
Oh no. Well, I was gonna say that's kind of like a good reason to open a credit
It
card.
is a good reason.
Did it get worse?
Nah, it's still like
They give,
fine.
like, a
It's just
lowball-ass
funny
credit line?
because the credit line is $500.
Oh.
It's because it's her first.
It's her first, yeah, and so that's
That
what
should
like
go up
she
pretty
has to,
quick, though.
yeah, she has to use it a little bit just so she can build the credit up. But it was pretty
That's
funny
funny.
that she was like, "I need to get it in case we need to do like some emergency vet appointment, and
A
it's
surgery.
$1,000."
Best I can do, 500.
Yeah. But-
Yeah, no, that's a better reason than when I got my first credit card. I got the Amazon card so that I would get a big gift card for Christmas, and then I
That's a good reason.
spent it all on
That's a good reason.
other people
It's a great
and
reason.
bought myself a desk.
Even better reason.
Yeah.
I have a credit card that I use purely to buy gas.
That's
Okay.
not bad.
And that's it.
It's
It's the only thing I use it for.
it's now just there to buy magic cards, and then I pay them off.
Oh yeah. Well, guess what? I get cash back on my Magic Card purchases with the Amazon card. You
Yes,
do too.
sir. Yes,
and then
sir.
guess what? You can
Yes,
use the
sir.
cash back on Amazon to buy more Magic Cards.
Except I won't do that.
I will.
I don't buy from Amazon.
You
Not
use
anymore.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Buy local.
Yeah,
I
go to-
do.
Well, okay.
I actually buy more local than I do.
I will defend Steven. He will buy local unless the card shop we go to doesn't fucking have it, and then we have to buy stuff from online. But then I'm buying
just
it from
not buy
TCG.
How
No.
important is it that you need to get it?
Very.
Why?
Because we got to rip
because
packs,
my
bro.
mental health depends
You can
on
buy packs at the card shop.
it. No,
Okay, yeah, but
no,
not,
you cannot.
We tried.
No, you
we went to the
cannot.
card shop. We were gonna buy collector boxes, and they didn't have any collector boxes
Because they were sold out?
Yeah, they
Or-
were gone.
yeah.
Well, be faster.
Well,
If you want to be pro-consumer, be pro-consumer.
I'm saying I when I buy boxes, I buy them from TCG Player, which is
That's why
a
we did-
secondhand seller.
Actually, we just didn't buy them.
We just didn't buy them. So
I put my money into something else though.
technically, so did I. Because
Once I mentally budgeted for that collector
so
box. So
close
then when we didn't
so
get the
close to
collector
flexing right
box,
now, but
it was
He's whispering.
instantly put into singles.
Oh my god. See, I still have the money ready for the collector box. I thought we were just waiting.
If they
So
get
you've already spent it all?
well, if they get if
Oh, I
like,
was gonna
our
order
shop-
them
Oh, you're gonna order it
from from a store offline.
I thought you said on. Never mind. We'll talk about this later.
Okay, that's fine.
Talk about this later. It's alright. By the way, I get paid next Monday, so it's all good.
I really thought he was going to go, I get paid a lot of money.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
That would've been
Brian and I
crazy.
sit around the same place, and then Steven makes what Brian and I make combined. So
Well, I've been on a 1 month pat myself on the back for paying off my student loans binge.
you should be.
Like, you're
So-
done?
yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
paid
for
him off.
you.
Yeah, so I've just been spending more money than I probably should. But
No, it's
okay because
It's okay. It's only gambling.
yeah. At least I'm not going to the casino. Like whatever.
It's true. I get to hold my bad
And
decisions
have fun with it.
in my hands.
And have fun with it.
It's true.
Dude, if all like gambling addicts just got into Magic or like any TCG game, the world would be a
Way
better place.
fewer of them would kill themselves.
Oh, that's horrible.
I'm not wrong.
Maybe, but
I think the only time I've ever been worried for Steven is approximately 9 months ago when he went,
Oh, no.
I've convinced myself I know ball, and so I've started sports
I lost
betting.
a lot of money on that.
And he said it, and I went, this isn't good.
Oh no.
I should stop him, but I can't. He needs to go down this path on his own.
To be fair,
Do you mind?
I did make a final lobby in one of those tournaments.
Huge.
And I was up for $10,000.
Huge.
But
and then he lost it. And then he
yeah,
lost it
I didn't win. So.
Damn.
And you only had to put in $10,000 to enter.
Oh no, I didn't.
How much was it?
It was a $5 entry.
I was going to say,
Oh,
it was
okay.
probably like $10.
But
But
I did north of 2,000 in entries in a number of different contests on that site. I recouped probably just over 1,000, so I lost half of my money.
I just saw a video of somebody who
I don't
they
do it
bought
anymore, so.
$1,000 at scratch tickets and they won $450.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
That's how it works.
That is
But
kind
it's
of
okay.
what opening a magic box feels like.
Because here's the thing, I only need my lesson once, and my lesson was learned. So, and I still do think I know ball. I just don't think I know betting. So
My lesson is every time I
Those
show up
things
to the
are
shop
separate.
and Steven kicks my ass 3-0 and sends me home until next week. And
for the record, I do feel bad about it, but
he
again,
doesn't.
it's just because I want them to know that it's not because my deck is better. It's just because I've been playing longer.
It's just funny because he won't play me back in chess because it's the one thing I can beat him in.
I do. I always play you back in chess. You stopped sending me challenges.
Send him a
I'm pretty sure
challenge.
the last
It's a
game we
two-way
had
street, brother.
expired, but I don't know. That's all right.
send him a challenge right now. Do it.
Nah, it's okay.
I don't think it
No,
expired
not
on
you.
me.
Him.
It's okay. I also just haven't been opening the app because our other friend
You have
has
other friends.
yeah.
Devastating.
Basically
That is
everybody
pretty
that I
upsetting.
used to play chess with on the app stopped playing with me.
Ah,
So
crazy.
Damn. Fuck her.
Her?
Isn't it? Yeah, I know who it is.
I didn't know. Oh, no, I didn't know. I was like, the only people I play chess with are Steven and George. So
Oh.
she sure
There's
can
no way
dance.
George has ever beaten you.
She can dance. She can choreograph. She cannot play chess.
I can't play chess either.
she can try.
I used to,
She's all right.
you know, my dad's gonna watch this. I used to play chess with my dad, and I don't think he let me win once ever as a
Good.
child.
Learn
He
your lesson.
You shouldn't
kicked
let
my
people
ass, and then was just like, "You tried to take pieces too much," and my 8-year-old brain was not developed enough to know what that meant, so I was taking
You shouldn't let
pawns
people
with my
win.
queen.
You
I
should
think-
not let people win.
I think he's just a bad teacher.
He might be. I know how all the pieces move.
All right, we got to set up the David versus Brian grudge match.
I hate that guy.
Shirtless chess boxing.
Wait, hold on. Oh, wait.
Yeah, cut a wrestling promo right now.
You are going down because you don't know chess, because you can only beat babies when they were children. Play an adult for once. All right. There you go. That's my contribution.
I can't wait till this episode comes out and I get a text message while I'm at work from my dad. I have to play Brian in chess. It's gonna be awesome.
And he'll be like, "What's your user?" And I'll be like, "I don't care."
I don't know if he even knows where he can play chess online.
He thinks chess is a
It's a board game.
board game.
Yeah. Back in my day,
It's
chess
an
was a
esport
board game.
now.
I guess, yeah. Actually, it is.
Kind
No,
of.
actually, it
kinda
really
nutty.
is. They're actually going to be playing at the EWC, and like chess players are getting signed to esports orgs.
We have a friend whose dad is a professor who, when I once talked, he used to be a professor. He's not a professor anymore.
Okay.
But when I once talked about esports, he went, they're games. I don't think it's really a sport. And I was like, I don't really care. I don't think that was the point.
Hit him with a machete 3
Yeah.
times. Like,
I was
shut
just kind
up.
of like, oh, cool.
Shut
That's
up.
kind of what I just wrote my whole like college thesis on. But like, it's
Shut
cool that you just kind
up.
of subverted the whole thing by going,
They're games.
it's a game. And I went,
Wait,
oh.
you wrote your college
You smarmy
thesis
bitch.
on esports?
Yeah.
What was your thesis?
Something about like it was about how basically it was identifying the reasons that somebody like gets into watching sports. So like in traditional sports, a lot of the biggest reason that people watch sports is to be a part of a group, to be like in the in crowd, and that in crowd is usually your parents. Like most people start watching football because their parents watch football, or
Yeah.
a family member watches football, or you hang out with a friend who likes watching football. Like that's the number one way that people get into football. People don't just go, I think I'm going to watch this now, And so it's like talking about how you like filter in from this big cone of like, you have that, so then you're aware of sports, and then you drop down and you go, I'm going to pick a team, and you kind of follow the team a little bit. And then you like players, but then because you've followed it for a while, you know a little bit of history and a little bit of lore. So you're like a pretty big fan of sports and stuff like that. And like sports betting and stuff like that is like the filter that goes down. And I took that and I said, what's that like for esports? And esports, you don't watch it because your parents watch it. You watch it because you like playing games and you want to watch people who are really good at playing that game. So maybe you can learn how to play that game better. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why you started watching it. And so that was what my whole thesis was on, was just
That's
about
cool.
identifying that. I can't remember what the actual like theory was right now.
God, imagine going to college.
That's great.
Crazy.
It was great.
College is fine.
Crazy.
I
It was
think
fun.
went
most
to a tech
colleges
school
could
for-
disappear and it would be okay.
Yeah.
But some of them are there for a reason.
Yeah.
Some of them.
I went to tech school for 2 years and got berated by boomers every day. That was,
Berated?
yeah, dude. They did not like me. It was crazy.
Why?
I got like, oh, are you kidding me? I have long hair. I'm left leaning. Like, they were factory worker layoffs that were there because their layoff would pay for their school.
Oh, they were like classmates with you?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I went to tech school with like a bunch of 40
Cool
plus year
people.
olds.
Cool people.
Cool
Nah.
people.
Listen,
you're-
I'll give the one credit. He was kind of nice, but like I wore like jeans with holes in the knees the one time, and literally an entire hour of my day was spent with these men just yelling at me for wearing jeans with holes in them, and I was like, what are we doing?
Of what they said to you.
What are we doing? It was like, this is a professional setting, you're supposed to dress professionally, and I was like, I'm paying to be here.
I don't understand. I got into a conversation with somebody.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I would love to see him go to like Gannon or Barron.
Is a polo shirt professional?
Semi-casual.
It's like business, yeah, like
Or no, not
business
semi-casual. It's like semi or like business
casual.
Business
Yeah.
casual. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I have to wear a polo shirt to work.
I don't.
I don't know. I think it's
Yeah,
so. I got into a conversation with somebody about this where they were talking about how like button-up shirts should be like the only business attire, but they weren't even necessarily saying like I think they would consider this a more professional shirt than like a polo, like a standard blue polo. I don't know, because they said they were just like the appearance of it, or like the idea that you might have to. I don't know, because
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
That is weird.
I don't know.
Like, yeah, we're business casual at work, and I'm allowed to wear jeans, and I wear a polo and a fleece.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's just so funny to me.
Yeah.
Those guys getting mad at you when they're like future doctors and lawyers and dentists are walking around their college campuses every day in sweatpants.
No, literally, one of my... It was just me, though. Like, I had the holes in my jeans, and you could see my knees and skin, and it sent them. Because another dude in the class, closer to my age, was like, I come here in the same hoodie and sweatpants, like, every day. Why is everyone getting on Sagan for this? Like, literally the same pants. Like, you don't need to out yourself like that for me, but I appreciate it.
He just wanted to be paid attention to.
Yeah, no, it was probably the angriest I've ever been in a public setting. I was like yelling at people.
That's crazy.
I was 1v4ing 60-year-olds. It was crazy.
Awesome.
I was so upset, and I was like, I'm supposed to be learning right now. Why am I being lectured about clothing?
I used to 1v1 my professors because they would say things like breast cancer awareness is a waste of time.
I remember that.
It's one of my favorite college stories I have. Where, do you know that story, Steven?
Yeah, I was more recently told it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they just donate some of their money instead of wearing pink socks?
Shut up.
Curious.
It was pink shoelaces.
Pink
shoelaces because he was complaining.
You participate in capitalism.
Yeah.
I fucking hate those people.
Yeah. So I had a professor who was upset that football players were wearing pink shoelaces and not just donating all that money to cancer research instead of donating their money and also spreading awareness.
That's so silly.
It's ridiculous.
It's so silly.
But
Capitalists, self-proclaimed capitalists, when they don't understand supply and demand that they so claim to love, when they are arguing that police officers should get paid more than like NFL players.
Why not? Maybe they should.
There are 12 billion of them, and like 1,000 people who could play football at that level. So, you know, anyone can. Never mind.
Anyone can become a cop.
Yeah.
Anyone could be a football player.
How hard is it to pull a trigger, you know? It's what they do, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
It's not the only thing they do.
I guess they also beat people to death, too.
They drive cars.
Oh, no, Candy Crush. They play Candy Crush in their cars and on the subways.
Sometimes they go and play basketball with youth to prove that they're not the worst.
They're playing Candy Crush outside of the classroom as never mind.
Sometimes they show up to school shootings and
Play Candy Crush outside of the classroom. That shit's fucked.
Crazy.
Insane.
Hard turn at the end of the episode.
We have to cut this out.
Listen, there
before
are
my partner
3.
hears it and gets very outraged.
Oh, yeah, Thin Blue Line.
Oh yeah.
Thin blue line. She's gonna put another sticker on the back of her car.
She's gonna
put a sticker on your guys' car.
She's gonna get pulled over, and she's gonna think that it's because they want to thank her, but it's actually because she put too many stickers over the back of her car that they can't see her license plate.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep.
All right, I think I gotta cut out a little bit, but I think we just about reached an hour there, so we'll see how much I actually
Listen. It's
edit
not
out.
called 3 left turns for no reason. We take a lot of turns.
A lot.
We take a tasteful amount of turns.
We
I
yap.
like to think.
I think for the average chronically online person our age, this could be good set dressing. Just
Could be.
3 dudes yapping about bullshit. I like it.
Hopefully, at least some of it is relevant to you.
What an end! I'm just gonna cut the episode there. Hopefully, some of this was relevant.
Yeah, before I start eating the equipment.
All right. Thanks for tuning into the episode. You should rank us on Spotify. We have 3 5-star reviews. Be our 4th. You could be our 4th, or
me.
That's
you
crazy.
I
could,
didn't even know that.
or you could even lower
None
our
of them are me.
5-star rating if you want. Tell us how many stars you rank the police state.
Hell yeah.
And if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for liking, thanks for commenting. I'm doing my best to try and follow up on all the comments, so looking out for you guys.